Aloha, welcome back to Mystimon Saga. This is Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play. I'm your host and game master, Seth R. Mitchell, and I am the writer and creator of this vast world. Today, I'm once again joined by my players.
Hello everybody, my name is Twilight, and I'll be playing as Ada, the Gavoan Witch Volpal.
Ducky. Ducky.
Did you mute yourself again? Turn your mic on.
I always forget I'm on push to talk.
Professionals.
Hello, I'm Ducky. I'm playing Charmy as a Lazy River, Orsine, Slayer. Willow is still not
Insane.
feeling well.
Not feeling well, that's putting it mildly. And Maritime.
I am Maritime Kitty. I play Makoto, the fortune teller animate.
And last but certainly no means least, we welcome back my ages-long best friend and a long-time veteran of this campaign. I mean, a long time. This guy has been with this campaign from the very beginning, way back in 2014. He stepped away for a time, but now he's back. Please welcome Sibercat. Sibercat, introduce
Hi.
yourself.
I'm picking up. Sorry, not used to this. I'm picking up one of my older characters. Frederick goes by the nickname Rick, and he is an Ihanan. Ihanan, fighter class from the Magi Guard.
And first, Cyber, I'm sure a lot of people are dying to know, because Zolgoth was a villain that you and others actually created many years ago in season 2.
It was not my fault.
How's it feel coming back now, knowing that Zolgoth is gone and his chapter is over? How does it feel coming back really right on the heels of the ending of his chapter?
I honestly am glad to put it behind me.
And what in the world were you and the other party members all those years ago thinking when you decided, oh, let's make this guy a villain named the Xenomancer?
Well, if memory serves correctly, I believe we had used our cumulative story points because we thought this generic villain would be a very interesting character.
And so he did.
So we gave him a backstory, and Seth rolled for it way longer than he should have.
So you're blaming the GM.
That's why we're here, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, maybe Zolgoth went a little longer than he should have. Anyways, when we last
I'm not
left,
saying it was bad.
Are you saying what Frederick looks like? Or is that later?
I mean,
I can get into that later.
everyone will have to look up to me, literally.
Yeah, Ayahana are giants. They can be around like 8, 9, 10 feet tall, maybe up to 12, 14 feet.
Wow. Even taller than Willow.
I'm listed as 9'4" tall.
You're now the
Dang.
tallest character in the party.
Wow.
When we last left our investigators, you had learned that there is something going on in the city, and Crystal had to close down the gate into the city. She had to shut it down in order to basically quarantine, because in the city, a lot of people are getting sick. There is a plague going around, and Crystal shut down the gate in order to keep the students of this school safe. And just on the heels of that, she learned that a couple of more students had gotten injured in a wild Mystimon attack. And she asked you to come along with her up to the medical wing, where you learned that a couple of students were attacked by a very large Mystimon that, through the description, you determined to be a Terrogator. And you know the interrogators are very aggressive, Mystimon, and they typically only live in desert regions like northern Almana. There are some in like central Atlantia as well, because that's a desert as well. And she told you, could you please go hunt down this interrogator and stop it from hurting any more students? So you did. You went in search of finding this interrogator to put a stop to it. You know that the Academy District isn't surrounded by a wall like the rest of the city is. And actually, the Precipice District isn't either. And that's really the problem. Because of that, wild Mystimon can come in here willy-nilly. Thankfully, because it's a desert, there aren't a lot of wild Mystimon that could stroll in here every now and then, besides maybe the Dragon Lords. But a interrogator, that's always an issue if a interrogator appears. And you eventually did find the interrogator. You did take it down. And then Charmy, decapitated the interrogator and dragged its head through the school up to Crystal's office and dropped it in front of her and said, here's your interrogator. You can mount it or something. She literally said that. And Crystal was very, very upset with you, Charmy. And as a bell rings, a rush of students make their way to their respective classes, their eyes suddenly drawn to a giant as he steps into the main hall. He looks around at some of them who just seem unused to seeing one of his kind here, as they turn and then rush to make it to their classes. But as you turn to face the central stairs, which sits in the center of this massive hall, your eyes are drawn to a young girl at the base of them who is looking back at you and smiling. She looks to be around 13 or 14. She has pale, stark white skin, long, sleek, raven black hair, and hazel eyes, the color of tree trunks. She lifts her hands and starts making hand gestures to you. Sign language, you think. You think, wait, I know sign language. All the player characters in the party have sign language as a campaign feat. You think she's saying hello, and she thinks she's seen you somewhere before. And as you look at her, you realize there's something familiar about her as well. And she signs to you once more, my name is Daphne. What's your name?
I guess I will go ahead and simply sign back that I am Rick from the Magi Guard.
Just then, before Daphne can answer, a woman with brunette hair tied in a ponytail wearing round-rimmed glasses runs up to her. Daphne, you should be in class. Let the man pass, she tells the girl, and she ushers her up to get to class. She turns to you and winks as she runs up the stairs. The woman turns to you. I'm sorry, that curious girl was my adoptive daughter, Daphne. She's mute, so she speaks through sign language. And when she feels playful, which is almost all the time, illusions. You wouldn't believe how many calls I get every day of her casting illusions in class, mostly fairy tale characters, including characters from the book I'm bringing to her. Sometimes I wish Crystal would deal with some of the calls, but I get it, she's the headmaster, and she has a lot of work to do. Anyway, enough about my family life. How can I help you? My name is Dr. Deanna Reese. I am the lead archaeologist of Almana Academy, as well as the professor of archaeology.
Well, I was sent under request to lend a hand. I believe there's a team working with you.
Oh, Deanna rubs her chin as she thinks aloud. Didn't Crystal say something about an old friend paying a visit? Oh, right. That's right. Speaking of which, why didn't she tell me she was allergic to oranges? If I'm going to be cooking, I need to know these things. Oh, right. Sorry. Sometimes I do that as a habit. You'll get used to it. Eventually, anyway, you can find Crystal up in her office. It's on the top floor. You really can't miss it. It's adorned with that god's awful Flamdrone statue. Speaking of which, when did she teach Flamdrone to be a rooster and wake up the entire district? Sorry. Oh, I should mention, while you're here, you will see a few Dragon Lords around, Inflandrone, Freslor, Gaius. Don't worry about them. They're nice. Just don't get on Inflandrone's backside. But even she's relaxed a bit from the whole burn everyone down to the ground mentality. You can thank Crystal's influence for that. She turns to the stairs and makes her way up. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, I have my own class to get to. They're probably throwing paper aeroplanes by this point. To think, Crystal chastised me just last week for being late to my own class. But I had to deal with a big emergency with Kawhi and Adolin. I swear, weird shit just finds them. Anyway, see you around.
Probably so.
As you make your way upstairs to the headmaster's office, you meet an almond dark-skinned woman there, and she just tells you to go on inside. And Crystal sits in her office, going through papers, when she finally looks up at Adolin, who has been waiting patiently. All right, so Ada, you're in here for being tardy. Again. She sets down the paper. What happened this time? Did you get turned around in the antechamber and think you were in the library? What are we going to do with you, I swear? This is the third time this week. What is Ada's response?
I feel like Aya would just kind of like put a hand to the back of her neck and just kind of slightly chuckle a bit. And can you really blame me? The place is really damn big.
And just then, the door opens. Sonora, I said no more. Rick? She says she sees the Ihana standing there in the doorway. She springs from her chair. Oh, come right on in. It's been a long time. She motions to Ada. This is Adolin. She's a member of the Hidden Archives now, and she has the distinction of having the most tardies on her record of any student in the school. Her reward, a whole day in detention. She sits back down.
Ada just slightly mumble, just like old times.
She sits back down and exhales in frustration. Well, I'll give her this. She's not as bad as a certain Orsine, who's right now serving her time for messing up all of the floors in the school, dragging a interrogator head in here. Her reward was janitorial duty for the whole week. You wouldn't believe how ecstatic the actual janitor was when I told him he had the whole week off. You would have thought I had told him he won the lottery. I guess I'd never realized how much work cleaning up this giant pyramid is. Maybe I should hire on more hands. So, Rick, you came in on request from the Magi Guard?
That's the story they told me. I was sent in to lend a little extra muscle to help keep things in order.
Yeah, I actually asked the Magi Guard for some reinforcements here, and I guess they thought to send an old friend. This is fortuitous. So, welcome, and please make yourself right at home. The place that really needs guarding is the dormitory, because, well, Kwai and Ira are being trailed right now by some shadow. I don't know what it's about. They just told me the other day, and apparently Ira's been keeping it from these guys, because Adolin had no idea about it, did she?
Aya would just kind of shake her head a bit.
Hey, by the way, Adolin, don't you have a missing students case to get back to?
I guess a bunch of things have just been a bit scattered when it came to that.
Why don't you get back to that? Last I heard, you found the mysterious weird key that just showed up on my desk one day and then disappeared from my desk. Why don't you give Rick here the details on that, and he can help you with that. And also, Adolin, please stop being tardy to all your classes. I don't want to see you in here anymore. Please. I have enough trouble as students to deal with.
I would say so, but no promises for me, at the very least. But that she just gives kind of like a slight shrug.
So, these guys actually have their own workspace downstairs in the sub-basements. Ada can show you the way.
All right. I look forward to the tour.
That is, if Ada doesn't get lost on the way.
God.
You know, when we first met her, this is a story for you. When we first met her, I had sent her with a vehicle for the ranch, and she got lost somewhere in the freaking desert in southern Almana. It took her like 3 days to find her way to the ranch. And when she finally did, the vehicle was all dinged up. You know how much those things cost?
Not off the top of my head.
Navigator second.
They're expensive. We'll put it that way. They're expensive. Anyway, get out of here, you two, and I've got work to do. Hey, if you see Flume Drone, tell her to stop setting buildings on fire.
Understood.
Pressler keeps pointing them out.
Yeah, so where to even start with all this? Is that
I don't know. You're on the top
my
floor,
memory's
so
not really that good.
so the closest room to show him to is the observatory.
Yeah, and we'll probably start later. I'll be out the outdoor. I admittedly have no idea what to exactly say that much, since I'm definitely not the one that really does introductions.
Well, maybe we should go find somebody who does the introductions.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Makoto. You want to go find Makoto?
Yeah.
Let's go find Makoto.
Told.
So, Ada, you think that Makoto is supposed to be in her archaeology class. You end up bringing Rick all the way down to Aime's runes class, which is on the ground floor. Deanna's archaeology class is on the second floor.
Yeah, and I was about to say, like, just with this alone, you could tell that Ada's basically terrible with directions.
Really? Really bad.
Yeah.
Aime directs you to where you could find the archaeology class, but by the time you make it up there, the archaeology class is already out and Makoto's long gone.
Dodged a bullet.
Hey.
But while you're there on the second floor, you do meet up with Charmy as she is mopping the floors.
Miles, see,
So,
let's see, what's the big deal?
so you find this like 2-3 foot tall bear, and Orstein is like a bipedal bear, and they have a symbol on their belly. Think like a Care Bear.
To your charming grumbling. Why was just showing them I was just showing them like the proof that it was defeated.
Maybe
I think it may have been
the
because of the trail of blood that it trailed behind, Charmy.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have floors that get blood on it so easily. Like, they should have, I don't know, carpets that hides the stains, right? Alright, that's how that works, right?
No. That's not how that works.
Okay, so red carpets, no one will know the difference.
Except blood doesn't stay red.
Yeah,
Wait.
it turns brown.
Wow.
Oxidation of the ion.
More grumbling noises.
So,
God.
unfortunately, Charmy can't believe this. She has to continue bopping, and it takes her the better part of the day. I hope this teaches Charmy a lesson. Anyways, you make your way downstairs. You hear word that Makoto had gone to the library. So you go downstairs, and Ada, wouldn't you know it, you find yourself in the antechamber on the opposite side of
God
the pyramid. And then you hear Pax screaming from the opposite side of the pyramid. And then you know, oh, wait, I need to go around. So you leave the antechamber through the double doors into the main hall, and you head to the double doors on the other side of the main hall that leads into the library. And there you see Pax essentially chastising another student again, and Puplock trying to calm everything down. Pax is a very ornery fairy who seems to think that all of the books in the library are his. He also seems to think that he's the librarian, but the librarian role actually belongs to Puplock. This kindly turtle folk, this Chilzan, who talks in a really low, monotone voice, really slow voice. Pax needs to go away. Go fix some books. Oh, Adolin, if you're looking for Makoto, you can find her over there. And he points to 3 aisles down.
Thanks.
No problem. Have a nice day. If you would like to hear a story, let me know.
It would just add a bit before at least kind of taking the advice for which direction to fucking go in, and hopefully not get more lost.
You try to follow the directions that Puplock just gave you. You find yourself at a table where you find Kwoi, who's poring over her homework, and she looks frustrated. Sounds like Ira had just gone off looking for more books. And Kwoi says, "Oh, hi. Hey, Rick! It's Ricky. Hi, Ricky."
Hi, haven't seen you in a while.
Take it that you two are familial?
Yep. Rick lost his memory a while back.
Pardon?
Yeah, still trying to sort that one out. But I make do.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, me too.
And just then, Makoto comes around the corner. And Makoto, you see Ada there with this giant, it's like 9 foot tall giant.
9 1/3. I've had to duck so many times getting here.
Actually, a lot of the doorways are designed for, large folk like Aihana and Wakan, which is helpful since there's a Wakan in the party who's just gone temporarily insane. You can imagine how difficult it is trying to keep that one contained. They had to use really thick chains.
Yeah.
So, Makoto, how about you introduce yourself to this giant?
Hey, Ada, who do you have there?
Bit of a, I would say, newcomer and returning face, it seems. Or at least someone familiar with those that we worked with as well. And name was Rick, right?
Yep. The name's Rick. I was asked to come give you guys an extra set of hands for anything that comes up.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys are very good at finding trouble.
Oh no, the trouble finds them.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like
The
it
trouble
finds
seems to
us,
find
and
us.
it's inadvertent.
Well, considering half of you guys are in some form of trouble right now.
I am
yeah.
just in the library researching our next case. 'Cause we have lots of cases on the docket.
Lots of cases, yeah. That's true.
Ada has a map GPS thing that they never use and always gets lost. Willow's always going insane. Well, now we have a new friend that's also seems to always go insane. Charmy the bear. Basically, I somehow got myself wound up with a bunch of idiots. No offense, Ada.
None taken?
That's going to
So
make
it
a
seems like
wonderful
I'm
short.
the only sane one here.
Strength takes on many forms.
Anyway, have you been shown to where you will be staying or anything else that we can help you with? A tour of the place? Or, I'm assuming you're part of our group now, helping with our cases.
Bits and pieces are a little familiar. I wouldn't mind giving you a hand with what you're looking into at the moment.
So is it the missing students? There's a lot of people
Yes.
who have been asking about that.
Yes, we are researching missing students.
How does a student go missing? How do you lose a student?
I do not know.
I have a feeling we could ask some of the others. But they turn up again later, so...
And Ira shows up just past another bookcase as she is bringing a pile of books over to Koi. And she says, "Hi, Ada. Hi, Mikoto. Hi, Rick." And suddenly the books just collapse to the floor. She just goes, "Rick?
Yeah, hi.
It's been so long. Where have you been?"
I had to go take care of my job. Remember, I am part of the Magi Guard.
Yeah, I'm still surprised you never arrested me.
It wasn't what I was there for at the time.
Well, now being in same-sex relationships is legal, so
How have you been?
trying to wrap my head around school, trying to help Koi here. She's been really struggling with school. I think Deanna kind of confirmed it, and maybe Crystal confirmed it, that her biology professor was actually assigning her assignments that were way too advanced for a first-year student. And I think something happened there, and Crystal's now tutoring her. And I think that her biology professor was actually thrown out. Kawhi says, "Oh yeah, the biology professor got in a big fight outside with Deanna. It was cool. Deanna kicked her butt."
A little unprofessional. As
She started it. I've been out of character. I've been writing a serial, and that's going to be I'm going to be publishing that in the summer. So some bits of that is actually making its way in here
okay.
because it takes place at the exact same time.
Stupid timelines.
Yeah, I had to do it that way because in order to keep it straight in my head. So that's why I kind of pulled a George Lucas and started in the middle. Anyways, so where are we headed off to now? You've met pretty much everyone in the party.
I'm gonna do a tour of the building and show them their place of sleeping quarters.
Yeah, his sleeping quarters is probably going to be in the dormitory.
You're not sleeping in the rain.
And then I'm gonna show him our work in the library or the base.
All right. Sounds good.
I mean, Rick could go sleep at the ranch. Crystal did finally get the that teleporter installed, so he could just teleport between the ranch and here. But I seem to remember the Charmy hasn't even seen the ranch yet.
Oh yeah. I said that and I was like, wait, I don't know that Charmy knows about the ranch, actually.
Charmy does not know about the ranch.
Like, never mind. I'll rewind that.
So where to first?
Makoto? That's up to Makoto.
Are we actually going to act out me touring the whole pyramid and showing him around and his dormitory, sleeping quarters, and then the library or the our working quarters?
I think we could gloss over it.
Or are we just going to end up at the working quarters?
Yeah.
We'll get to the end point.
We'll get to the end point. You show him where he's staying at the dormitory. You take him down the road, down to the dormitory. You show him, hey, just across the road there, that's the cafe. That's Agatha's cafe. And it's a Neko cafe. There's a lot of cats in there. And Ira's kind of taking care of the place right now because the owner of the place went through a massive traumatic experience and she's recovering. She kind of saw a good friend of hers get killed. And then you take him back to the pyramid and you take him down to the sub-basements, all while you are lamenting the fact that Crystal still hasn't installed an elevator because there are like 7, 8, 9 sub-basement levels. You're not entirely sure how many.
Elevators are for
I
the
do
weak.
I do it in a way that's not like complaining. I do it in a way that she's just been super busy that she was supposed to give us an elevator, but she hasn't done that yet. She'll get to it eventually.
Elevators are for the weak.
That's each.
And you bring him to the archive. And in the archive, as you make your way in here, Rick, you see all of these bookcases upon bookcases upon bookcases all lined up. And in the center of the room is this long table with about a dozen chairs. And here you see a woman with long black hair, kind of wearing like narrow glasses. She comes out and she looks up and, oh, hi, Bakoto. And who is this?
Rick from the Magi Guard. I was sent to lend an extra set of hands for the goings-on that have been going on over here. Still getting filled in.
My name is Dr. Lorena Gray.
Good to meet you.
I kind of work here alongside May as a runes professor, and I also work down here transcribing all of the files in this place. This archive was left behind by Dr. Ivan Sanderson, who was a very famous mystozoologist from about 1,000 years ago. And all of these files here are from cases where he investigated strange reports of strange creatures. And he was actually the one who established the bestiary. And everything that we know about Mystimon today is largely thanks to him and his assistant. Apparently, she had her own archive just above us, and there's a second level just above us. You can find the ladder just over there. She points to the corner. That leads up there, and that was left behind by his assistant, Dr. Jane Dawn. Yes, Dr. Jane Dawn. She was actually the ancestor of Crystal.
Fascinating.
Yeah, the file I'm working on right now is truly fascinating. Apparently, Dr. Ivan Sanderson was dealing with reports of a strange presence up in the Hilltop Valley area in Atlantia. Very fascinating. Well, I better get back to work on transcribing this. Mikoto, I'm sure you've got things well in hand.
I guess so.
Lovely. See you later.
I don't think guessing is necessary.
I'm sure I got to get back to work on that missing students case. I know Crystal's been getting hounded with questions about that.
We can only work with the information we have found.
Well, you still have that strange key. I left that over there on, not Sarah's desk. I think I left it on Skinny's desk.
Okay, I proceed to go over to the desk and look for the key.
Yeah, you find this little baggie with that strange key inside. It's basically an evidence bag. And you know that Skinny has been trying to keep all the evidence that you found relatively organized in these evidence bags and trying to make sure that everything is kept in one place and organized and everything. She also collected fingerprints off the key, it looks like, and matched those fingerprints to the professor that you found. And
Did we have any idea where the key's supposed to go?
You believe that the key is supposed to go in a strange keyhole on a false wall that you found in the dormitory.
Okay, let's go to the dormitories.
You want to go grab Charmy and Ada?
Charmy's still cleaning the floor.
I thought Ada was following us.
Ada got lost again.
I guess I have to take over. Whose job was it? Rat's job with the child leash.
I lost track of Ada myself.
Yeah, Ada, you decided at some point to go over to the cafe to get a coffee and didn't tell anyone.
But one of the
let's
good
track
and
down
bad things
Ada.
about Ada, really hard to play keep track of if you take your eyes off of her.
Rolling a 3 didn't help.
Yeah, that didn't help at all. You critically failed. I don't know. Let's actually... I'm going to go look up Ada's sheet, not your red. Let's see, Ada's sheet. Where is Ada? There's Ada. Okay, so we're going to go off of Ada's stealth DC. No, you did critically fail. You did fail, though. Ada's stealth DC is 28. You rolled 25, so you were 3 behind the DC.
Okay. Good to know I didn't critically fail. That would have been embarrassing as my first and voluntary roll after returning.
Yeah.
Critically failed to find one of the party members during a role play sequence.
So you head up, you go over to the dormitory, and you just happen to see Ada walking out of the cafe, and Ada's going, "Hey, wait, what?"
Get your butt over here right now.
And you did manage to go grab Charmy.
Well, we went to check to see if Charmy was done her chores and could spare her from mopping the floors.
Yeah, she just finished mopping the top floor.
Did she start from the bottom and work her way up?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, to the dormitories.
They are the dormitories. As you make it to the dormitory and you find... It actually takes you a little while to find it because, first of all, it was Willow who found it the first time. And actually, all of you make perception checks. We'll do this as a fail-forward check just to see how long it took you to find it. Because as I remember, it was actually Willow who found it the first time.
Yeah,
Willow's
I
not
found
here.
it on accident, I think.
Yeah, you did. So Charmy, roll perception.
Can this be or
Expeditious search. You have a system that lets you search at great speed, finding details and secrets for twice as quickly as others can. When searching, you take half as long as usual to search a given area. This means that while exploring, you double the speed that you can move while ensuring you've searched an area before you've walked into it.
Faster
Alrighty.
isn't always better.
Go ahead.
okay, alright, let's see.
So that means on a success, it will have taken Charmy half an hour instead of an hour.
Oh, do I still do perception?
Yes, perception, please.
Okay, okay.
Perception, please, Care Bear. All right. And so we have a success from Ada. We have a success from Makoto. We have a failure from Rick. And we have a success from Charmy. Rick, you really need to roll better.
There we go.
Did you story point that? Oh, yeah. We'll say story
no
point.
story point. I'm just rolling.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, look, I can roll better
Yes, you can.
when it doesn't matter.
When it doesn't matter. Yep.
And you probably just jinxed it for when it does matter.
So
Absolutely.
Charmy, it took you half an hour. It took Rick 2 hours. And it took Makoto and Ada an hour each. we'll go with the shorter. We go with the shortest because you're all a party. So we go with the 30 minutes. It took you 30 minutes to find this false wall. And you find this false wall. You're like knocking on the walls, and you hear a hollow sound in this wall, and it's on the ground floor of this dormitory. And you notice a very strange looking keyhole that looks like it's in the shape of a wing on the false wall. As you insert that key that has the exact same kind of shape on it, you insert it and turn it, the wall begins to shift and move out of the way to reveal a dark passageway beyond, with a set of stairs leading down. As you head down these stairs into the pitch black darkness, and I'm sure Makoto grabbed her lantern.
Yep.
Because I'm kind of imagining that Makoto's kind of leading the way, kind of just behind Rick, because Rick's a giant and he's a fighter. He's the martial guy, and just behind Makoto is going to be Charmy, and then at the back is going to be Ada.
Charmy's really knowledgeable in one thing, but if it's not that one thing, then they don't know. She doesn't know much, basically. That's how I would describe her.
So you go ahead.
Basically, I just now realized that one of the madnesses picked up from the Christmas session of all things is large things, and makes the new tallest party member.
Yeah, Ada, is you're watching Rick lead the way.
Rick himself is causing paranoia.
Ada, roll a will save for a nerve.
I know. Oh, I feel like party members should be excluded, but that's just me.
38, you succeeded. You're fine.
Yeah, he's trying to keep things somewhat steady.
Yeah, you're keeping things somewhat steady. You're taking a deep breath. He's good. He's fine. He's not going to hurt me. I hope. And Rick's taking his shield off of his back as he's heading in. And
Force of habit.
yeah, you head down these stairs, and you find these spiraled down for what seems like an eternity into the pitch black darkness below. I hope Ada doesn't happen to have an aversion to the dark. Does she? Does Ada have an aversion to the dark?
And no, so far the only aversion that she has is cold.
Okay, that's good.
I am not sure how relevant exactly this is, but I do have an item on me glowing with a dim 10-foot radius.
So,
It's relevant that I don't have dark vision.
could you all make me perception checks?
Now that it matters,
I could.
I can roll well.
Do you want me to?
Yes, please, Makoto. Please. And Charmy. We want to see a one from Charmy. Let's see some of that awful look there, Charmy. Charmy.
Oh, I don't know if this would help me see in the dark. Probably not.
Spectral lenses. You gain
Probably not.
spectral
but-
lenses as a secondary tool, which take the form of either specially treated glasses or a noxious ointment that you apply to your eyes. I really
know
hope
that
it's not the
helped me,
latter, because that sounds
See?
rather
See?
awful. You can apply or remove these spectral lenses as a single action. While applied, you gain the effects of see the unseen. Yeah, that should help. So yeah, go ahead and apply that.
Okay, I will apply that.
And we'll say that it's also reinforced, so you get a +1 status bonus to perception.
Okay.
Because you think, hey, just the other day, we had something that couldn't really be seen that well, so maybe I should have this, just in case that thing shows up again, since I know that was Nyarlathotep.
I don't know if it applied the plus one.
Okay, so
Oh,
did it apply the plus one?
I know.
It
Well, I
did
felt
not,
plus
so we'll just
one,
say that's
but-
36. We have, so Ada, you're a little distracted by the giant in the front.
Sorry, not sorry.
So Rick, Makoto, and Charmy, what you see is you notice this bluish green moss covering some of the steps, making them slippery, and you notice it on some of the walls too. But Ada didn't see it. Ada, make me a reflex save. Okay, you just managed to stop yourself from falling down the stairs, but you ran your hand on the wall and touched this moss without realizing it was there. You didn't see it at all. Ada, make me a will save, Ada, in secret. Make me a blind will save.
Huh. But for a moment, I thought you were going to make me do a fortitude save, and I was going to... Look at that, play all three types of saves done in one session.
That would have been hilarious. So, as Charmy, Rick, and Makoto, you can all make me occultism or nature checks.
Well, that one's higher, so I'll click that one.
That's supposed to be in secret, by the way.
Sorry, let me try again. Secret.
That's just an excuse to
Roll
re-roll.
Blind GM roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Charmy and Rick, you both look at each other and you're like, isn't that kind of boss from Olympus that when you eat it, you kind of get high? It's kind of a drug in Olympus. Makoto, you know that it is actually called Balrog mold, and Balrog mold only exists in caves like this, and it can cause hallucinations.
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, God.
And that's why, Ada, I had you roll a blind will save.
Have fun.
As you reach the bottom of the stairs, you find these tunnels to be very closed in with barely enough space for Rick to fit through. This is difficult terrain for large characters, and I am actually going to activate a new dungeon space and give me a moment here as I set things up. Make sure.
Wait, question.
I said, give me a moment here while I set things up, Charmy.
Sorry.
And I'm not going to drag in the whole package. We'll take Charmy. We will take Ada. We will take Rick. He was at the front.
Can I
Ada's
request
at the back?
The 10 feet of dim lighting at some point?
The dim lighting is apparently not active.
I had to add it separately. The Exorcist's dedication adds it to the item, but I don't know if I probably messed up adding something to my character years ago.
As it is, I just turned on your torch and that's not working.
Sweet.
That's kind of unusual. Let me work on this.
Let me just get a new torch.
Bullseye lantern. Get the lantern.
I hope I don't need anything because Charmy doesn't have any like possessions except for like weapons and stuff and their trophy case.
There we go. You got a light.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's dark down here.
It's dark.
It's very dark.
Just
So just so you know, Rick, you can hold, I think, shift. Yeah, hold shift.
I always forget.
Click on your character and hold shift, and you can rotate your token around using your mouse wheel.
Okay.
So it is very, very dark, as I'm sure you can see.
Oh,
It is
I
very,
didn't think
very
it
dark.
worked. I don't.
No, I
I'm
can't see. That's the
I'm
problem.
guessing it doesn't work with me because I don't have an actual lantern item.
Did you put a lamp in my inventory?
Yeah, I went ahead and added the bullseye lantern.
Okay. Oh, that's possibly the problem with the torch.
So you should be able to see a little bit. Should be able to see a little bit. Ducky can't see a thing.
Not
Ducky,
right
you
now.
need
I'm
to
gonna go near someone that has a light.
Yeah, follow closely behind someone who has a light. That's a very good idea. That's probably your best idea yet, Charmy.
You're definitely in the middle of the party.
Am I at where? I don't know, like, if I'm behind you, but I'm just gonna say I am. Let's see. I am closely behind me is Balto. Closely behind me is Balto. Oh, that was my
Closely
question.
behind you is Balto? Okay.
Yeah, that was my question. Do I have to be bigger to like, or am I able to like ride Balto, or am I not like the right
you
size?
can ride Balto. Yeah, you can totally ride Balto. Balto is
Let's see.
Actually, I think Balto has to be larger. Balthro are small. Balthro are small.
Dang. I would have to like into a way.
Okay, so you can rotate your character around using shift and the mouse wheel. Make sure you have your token selected. So go ahead and explore a bit. These tight passageways are difficult terrain for you, Rick.
Meaning I get a, what is it, half speed penalty?
Yeah, half speed penalty.
It takes twice as much to go through.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 feet at a time. And I'm in the front. Have fun, everybody.
Which way do we go?
At least it's not as bad as Chelsea. Chelsea are slow. They've got a 15-foot movement speed.
Which direction did we come from?
You came from back here.
Okay.
Just behind
so
you.
It's really just left or right from here.
Mm-hmm. Which way will you go?
Well, I guess while we're exploring, Charmy's going to keep an eye out for anything that's not good.
I think we'll start with
like it's not
the right.
supposed to be there.
Start with the left or the right? Okay, go on right ahead.
1 move, 2 move, 3, 4 move.
I can't see. I collided with the wall.
Let's get
It's like my light
Charmy
went away.
over here.
Aha.
Let's get Bakoto over here.
There's a nothing.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
Yes, there's a nothing. There's a something.
Yep, you can see something ahead of you. So you can move up to this path.
What kind of labyrinth is this?
Do I see anything?
An organic one.
Or invisible, I guess.
Yeah, it's a cave, so what do you expect?
But I'm gonna pick up a rock. Might need it later, I guess. I don't know.
I see 3 directions we can go. Anyone else want to pick?
I can't see. I only see I only see over here.
So there's 2 directions mostly in front of us, but I do see off to our right a part of an additional path.
I can't select my token, I guess, because it's in the dark.
Where is Charmy? Charmy is underneath Bakoto.
Oh.
Let's move Charmy there.
There we go.
Under Sibercat.
Oh, a 4th path.
Well.
And you can see there's more of that Balrog moss lining some of these walls. Kind of try to remind Ada not to touch that.
I was going to say, have we...
Yeah, definitely got to be careful around here.
Has that information become common knowledge in the party yet?
I don't know. Has it? Have you...
I will say that I relayed the information.
You relayed the information. So, blind fight. Your battle instincts make you more aware of concealed and invisible opponents. You don't need to succeed at a flat check to target concealed or creatures. You're not off guard to creatures that are hidden from you, which I think that will probably be very useful in a dark cave.
I kind of figured. It's not quite dark vision, but it's a little like dark vision.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's effectively pseudo dark vision.
So Mikado did relay the information that Ada, you should watch your hands. Don't touch anything. You don't want to touch that boss because otherwise you'll probably have hallucinations.
I mean, unless you want to get high, that's your own prerogative.
No, that's something else entirely. This is just straight up hallucinations.
I'm sorry.
For some people, that is a way of getting high.
I'm sorry, but we're not really. Well, I don't know. This is gonna sound like mean, probably, but Shari's saying basically, if you hold us back, then you're just in the way. Basically.
By the way, Ada, as you're walking along, your hand brushes against something that feels hairy, and it suddenly moves.
Okay, if anything, Ada very quickly just kind of like looks towards where she felt that sensation thing, just to try to see if she could kind of try and figure out what it actually is.
As you turn around, as you turn your light around, kind of looking around at it, you catch a glimpse of something large, rather large and hairy, moving up along the wall. And you think for a moment, was that a reclusid? Make a nature check. Make a nature check. You know reclusids are they're about the same size as like kind of Nakos. They are arachnid Mystimon.
No thanks.
They are brown and hairy and have 6 eyes instead of 8 like other arachnids. Think basically like a brown recluse spider.
Okay then.
But they do tend to avoid people as much as possible, and they do like damp caves and also damp basements.
Okay then. Everyone be on the lookout for what was it again? Reclusive?
Yeah, reclusid.
Well, if it's a Mystimon, you can imprint it.
Do you want to try to imprint it?
I'm just saying.
Do we want to start up an imprinting encounter?
I'd rather not.
Do we want to imprint a potential hallucination?
Oh.
That would be rather hilarious.
And how long would the hallucination last?
Take a picture, and if you don't see anything in the picture, then it's a hallucination.
What are phones?
That's cheating.
Out of Kyoto, that's actually a really fucking smart idea. How in the fuck did you get another good idea, Willow?
Charmy. Willow's insane.
Willow's locked up.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? That like, how is that another good idea that you came up with, Ducky?
Because
sometimes Ducky can be smart.
Yes.
Once in a blue moon.
It's just that how dice suck.
Yes.
Everyone has a chance to roll a nat 20.
Yes, that is
That's all
very
I'm
true.
going to say.
That is very, very true. And I'm sure you've had an experience with that more than a dozen times in the past several years.
I say we roll. How many paths are there?
I see 4 pathways from where we are.
I say we roll a 1d4 and go.
Hey, like, I was about to say, isn't this just a way back?
Do the path that the number is.
Okay, looks
One
like
it
you're going
is.
this way. And it turns out Ada was right. That is the way back. Okay, back up here.
Knew it.
I'm going to
Roll a
note this
d4
down
again.
in,
This
like,
time -1.
something. I don't know. I'm noting this down somehow. Be
Or you could
like,
just roll a d3. It's path number 3.
no,
this way.
I'm noting down the path so we don't get lost.
Are you? So,
That's what Charmy's do. Yeah.
Rick, this is where you've ended up. You see more paths.
Unless the party has an argument, I'd rather move into an area that has a little more space.
I'm fine
That
with
would
that.
probably be very smart.
Probably, yeah.
So we'll head down this way.
Okay, we'll go this way. And hey, there's a little more space here, but you've got more paths. You count about 5.
How many sage paths are there?
It's a cave. What do you expect?
I expect a single unbranching path, please.
That would be railroading, Rick. I'm trying not to do that anymore. I've been trying to change and evolve my GMing style over the years, Rick. I'm trying not to railroad you as much, and I'm also trying not to do as many cutscenes.
Here's an idea.
Totally fair.
Here's an idea, maybe, I guess.
Because I know the cutscenes used to irritate the hell out of you.
I have an idea.
What do you got?
What is it?
She has an idea. Uh-oh.
Well, I know Balto can't, has, I think, low vision. But my idea was to tie, some kind of light so he can see. And send him down, a path to see. So that you're scouting more than one path. That was my idea.
Actually, wait a minute.
Are you saying we should split the party up?
No.
No,
Balto
she's
is
saying
Balto.
just send her Mystimon.
Okay.
And Balto is familiar.
Is if anything, that gave me another idea, which is a bit more of a funny one. We actually use the fact that Ada gets lost a lot to our advantage here.
Ada is on a leash right now. And I am the one holding the leash.
Sadly, I don't have
What I'm
Willow.
saying is that we basically have Ada's kind of wandering, kind of explore as many paths as she can.
Sadly, I don't have Willow, so I can't use the breadcrumb
You can
spell.
see 3 paths ahead of you, and you can also see 2 more paths just behind you.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
What do people think of my idea?
That could be good, yeah.
I like path number 2 ahead of us.
Wait,
Do
why?
you?
Path number 2. Do you have a reason?
Make me perception checks, everyone. In secret, please. Charmy is yet again the last. Okay. So, the only one who notices this is Ada. Ada, let's see here. So Ada, just behind you, you're kind of looking at these two paths behind you, and just to this path down towards the south, Ada, you see a shadow disappear rather quickly, moving through the darkness. What do you do?
Okay, then. I think there was something to the south of us here. Couldn't really tell what it is, but I know I just saw something move down there. It's just out of character. She would have 100% went down there herself if Makoto didn't really take up the whole leash bit since Brad isn't here with us.
Well, I will step
I kind
in
of decided to
front.
start doing that because of you getting lost in the pyramids. So someone has to keep an eye on you.
Okay. So, Rick, you're going to go down that path and go in that
I
direction?
am simply stepping in between the whatever and the party. That's
Okay.
as far as I'm going.
Okay.
If the group wants to head that way, I will take point.
Okay. What does the group want to do?
I
Follow the shadow, I guess.
don't know if that's a good idea. But
Might lead us to the lost children.
Who
It might
knows?
be the lost children.
there's shadow.
Who knows?
It might be the thing that ate the lost children.
We will never know unless we investigate.
I say we go down the second path.
That's why you're investigators, isn't it?
Yeah, well, apparently not Charmy. They're like, I don't know, we shouldn't go down there.
Oh, didn't someone suggest the second path?
So I suggested the due north path. I have also heard one vote for follow the shadow.
Charmy's saying the second path, or I don't know whatever. Frederick, wherever Frederick is going, Charmy is following because Charmy doesn't have like that great.
Just
sight.
then, you hear a female voice echoing through the cave. Which path is the correct path? Is there a right path or a wrong path? You can't rely upon your memories, for they are unreliable, almost like your sense of direction.
Well, there's at least a right path and a left path.
Is Rick talking back to the voice?
Not to the voice, just making a comment to the party.
As you hear that voice, you all feel a really heavy weight come down in this room. Just like suddenly the air around you feels really, really, really heavy. Make me will saves.
Is it meant to be 5 in?
Yes.
Where did my roll go? I rolled it.
Okay,
I thought.
so Mikoto, this is what happens. Mikoto, you gain unnerved 2 because you critically failed. Ada, you gain unnerved 2 because you critically failed. You're now at unnerved 4, Ada. So make me a will save for madness. Rick, you critically succeeded and you also just hit the DC. And Charmy, you succeeded.
Yay.
I'm just gonna take 1 with this.
You take 1 and you gain a madness. Okay, let me go find the roll tables.
Yes. The person that collects madness is like it's candy.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I was
Brandon
playing on
Madness.
Ada's whole thing, basically being like she wants to research the kind of like occult and whatnot.
So, Ada, you gain delusion. This is lovely. Ada, you
Pop of the
believe.
moss that causes delusion.
Ada, let's see. You believe that you are actually immune to the moss, and you also believe that the moss is food, that you can eat it.
I mean, you can, but
It's probably not very smart.
Heck yeah.
And you also suddenly hear that voice in your head say, "Hey, doesn't that look good? Maybe you should cook some up." No one else hears it. It's just Ada.
Well, if anything, we likely already had fucking something to eat, so no need to play have that now. If
Ada,
anything,
you
I think,
feel
like, she
this
would just
urge to
become-
collect some of the moss. So Ada collects some Balrog mold and puts it in a little bag and puts it in her backpack. A little backstory, Cyber. Previously, Ada had a dream where she was in the distant future and she saw who turned out to be Brissian and Hyokun's daughter, Irene's granddaughter, Frana. The voice that she is now hearing in her head is Frana's. And she also
Okay.
has intrusive visions She randomly sees Piranha all over the place now. She's seen the image and hearing the voice of a girl who hasn't even been born yet. But you do know that Grissian is pregnant. So...
Yeah, and it's about as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
You might want to get that looked at.
Believe me,
But do you think anyone would believe that?
Ada has regular sessions with Dr. Jules, the school therapist.
Yes, Charmy and Frederick are the only one who don't have sessions yet.
Yeah.
And
Yet, she says.
Makoto, I think, does.
Makoto, I think, basically has to at this point in order to deal with all of this craziness.
That's what I was just going to say. I do because of all these crazy people.
So what do you all want to do?
Did anybody see Ada collecting the Balrog moss?
Make perception checks against her stealth DC, which is 28.
Blind rolls?
Yes. So
I
what
didn't
happened
show my
here?
rolls.
What happened here is, Rick, you got distracted because you saw a reclusid crawling along the ceiling, and Charmy, you got distracted by the voice because you know that voice. It's Nyarlathotep.
Like, oh, no.
Makoto, you saw Ada packing away some of that Balrog moss. So Makoto side, Rick and Charmy were both distracted by different things.
Ada, what did I say about that mom?
Hey, what's to say that we can't use it for other things? Like, if anything, I could throw this at somebody and they would likely still go through it.
You just touched it. You're now going to have hallucinations.
Yes, Ada, make me a blind will save.
Tiffatat.
Ada, you think there is a reclusid crawling up your leg, and you're all of a sudden just swatting at your leg, trying to get this off. And Makoto, you see there's nothing on her leg at all.
See, what did I tell ya?
I mean, it's just partially mumbling to herself, but still likely still trying to swat at it.
Question for the DM.
Sure.
Is there an antidote available, and how common would it be?
You would probably find it in the medical wing or at any clinic or hospital.
So it sounds like it's a common item.
Actually, it's kind of rare.
Oh, okay.
What's a rare item?
An antidote for these hallucinations.
For Balrog moss.
For the hallucinations,
Yeah.
really.
Like, I might have some in the medical based on the fact that I'm a healer, but
You're getting cut
I
off
wouldn't have
again,
any-
Makoto.
I wouldn't have any on me because we're in the middle of a cave.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I wouldn't have any on me because it's not a common thing.
Fresh and consumable. Yep. Unfortunately, you wouldn't have any. So, Ada, you think there are reclusids crawling on you. And Ada, I'm going to go ahead and give you another badness. You now have an aversion to spiders.
Fair enough.
So any arachnid Mystimon you now have an aversion to. And with Charmy going be right back, we're going to take a short break. And we'll be back very shortly.